Hello and welcome back to this new video. Today I'm back with the Skybreaker. And first of all, I want to say I had a lot of real life stress. So yeah, again, the video is out a bit later than I wanted it to be. But yeah, here it is now. And I also want to announce that from next Tuesday on, which is, let me just double check the date. That's the 23rd of June. I will be live streaming almost daily, except for the days where I have for fleets or real life commitments. But yeah, since I have a lot more time now that I'm done with some big exams, you can expect more streams and also more videos, because I will be collecting more footage now quicker. Yes, then on to the Skybreaker. I'm gonna have to say, the Skybreaker, it was not as difficult as I expected, and it definitely doesn't beat the Cheetah as most difficult frigate I had so far. It was not easy, but it has some really big advantages, and as you can see here, I actually got it to 8 kill marks, which is really nice. And I'm gonna have to say, I had one with 12 kill marks, and unfortunately I lost it, which is really sad. I lost it because I got tackled by NPCs just as I was warping off from a side, and then like 20 Kestrels landed and they just one-shotted me with the huge volley. That was kind of sad. I was not too happy about that. But that's alright. I still got one with 8 kill marks, and to be honest, 8 smaller kill marks look better than one big one and 2 small ones, you know? So yeah, that's that. Now let's get to the fit. And as I know, as soon as I open this, there are going to be some people that are going to scream at their screen, because this is just weird. But I do have a reason, so please let me explain. So I have a Nosferatu and the Vortum Projector, because I was thinking maybe I should take a blaster just for the memes and have like a blaster Skybreaker, but it was just so little DPS, because even with the correct weapon, it's still very low DPS. But yeah, then I went for Scram, Double Web, and Afterburner. I went for a bit of a blingy Afterburner because, honestly, this ship is so expensive anyway, like 100 million just for the ship and 73 for just the weapon. I might as well spend the extra 50 mil and get a good Afterburner that gives me like 100 meters a second extra speed. Then I have a damage control, a vortex tuning system, and a small Ansel armor upper. I also have 3 bulkhead jigs for extra hull tank. And as you can see, I have good shields, very bad armor, good hull. This means I can basically rep my entire armor in one cycle from the repper. And you might ask, why armor? Why not shield? Because this ship has literally a shield bonus. Because it does. 6% bonus to all shield resistances, which is a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But the easy answer to that question is range control. I noticed this ship has really high base speed, but if you want to be able to always range control people, you don't need good base speed, but you also need dual web. And because this ship has really good range, like you have 12 kilometers and the beam can jump to 7 more targets, which is actually why this is not as bad as it might look. You only have 70 ATPS, but this special gun, which kind of looks like Lightning Strike, can hit up to 7 more targets. It's 7 for the frigate, it's 10 for the cruiser, and I think it's like 12 for the battleship, but I'm only really interested in the frigate. So I can hit one ship and like basically 5 drones additionally to the ship, and maybe even 6 drones, but no ship has 6 drones, so yeah, you know what I mean? And this is the closest range ammo, but I still have 12 kilometers range, and with the longest range ammo, which is Strike Snipe, I have 45 kilometers, which is really insane. So yeah, what I knew is I have one advantage. It's not DPS, but it is speed and range, so I have to make use of that speed and that range, and that's why I chose to go for the dual web. This is also particularly good against against single targets, because you can just control them, outrange them, and usually kill them. I do have to say though, that in some engagements where I fought multiple targets, I switched the fit around. If I can type, there we go. Oh my god. Ew. Finally. to a medium ship extender and a power core to make it all work. This is the other fit I used, which just has a lot more buffer, but it doesn't have the good range control. So you will see in the video that the double web is better against single targets like comets, because the ship is actually surprisingly good at killing comets. And the shield extender and power core 1 is better against multiple targets that have like a lot of volley damage, or like I fought a multi-boxer right at the beginning. That's the first fight I'm going to show you, and you will see there how important it is that I have that shield extender for the extra bit of time. And yeah, that's pretty much enough for talking, so let's get into some fights after the wheel spin. Oh yeah, one more thing before I leave. Guys, remember to leave your in-game name in the comments for a chance at one of the EVE partner skins. And that's it. Alright, first fight of the video. As I promised in the intro, the first fight is going to be immediately against Multi-Boxer, and these were 10 Condors, which is kind of scary to start in on. But it is where this ship really shines, because you can just hit all the targets at once and deal a huge amount of damage. Because then you suddenly have those 70-80 DPS multiplied by 7, which is then suddenly a really lot. As you can see here, I was just flying with my standard dual grip armor fit at the beginning. And the enemy was quite slow reacting because he was multi-boxing all the characters, so he was struggling to tap through all of them and get them all to shoot at me, you know? So you see I'm just slowly shooting through that tank, which is not happening really fast because I have those really low DPS. But I am making some good progress on this first Condor. What I feel is also quite important to note is that since I only have one gun, like the Chiclavian gun, I can overheat it for a really long time, so effectively I don't have 78 DPS but 92, which is the damage I get when I overheat. You can see now that I killed the first one, and now I'm getting ready to keep shooting another one to keep some damage going, but then I go into armor, and in armor I have really low kinetic resistance, so they just get huge volleys into my armor, and even though I can wrap my whole armor in one cycle, my hull cannot take that much bleeding, so I'm just lining out and then eventually warping off. Then I realized, okay, I'm shield, I have good kinetic resistance, in armor I don't. So let's refit, get a shield extender and power core. As you can see now, that's the other fit I talked about. And I went back there because I was pretty confident that with the shield extender fit, I could tank them for long enough to take them down. Especially with their slower reaction time. Yeah, I'm just going back in, immediately shooting them. Getting some nice shots, and you can see some of them are already quite damaged, so that's definitely an advantage here. It's quite annoying that I always shoot the NPC a bit. I wish I could tell the weapon to like just shoot the players and not the NPCs to maximize damage, because like this I also always get the damage from the NPCs, which is quite considerable in the new faction warfare sites. But yeah, you can see the first Condor is already about to die, and some of the others are already also really damaged. So I'm about to get some kill mails. Now the Condors all start shooting me, and you see I'm taking a lot of damage, but it's not going as quickly as earlier. That shit extended definitely helps a lot. And now I'm just really quickly getting through the numbers, which helps a lot, because every ship that goes down is just another bunch of DPS off the field. And now in a second, yeah, there's the first kill already, that of a Condor that I didn't even have locked, and there, bang, 3 more. And now almost out of shield, so I'm starting to line out, but I killed 1 more and now there's only 2 left. I was thinking of maybe staying on grid for a bit longer, but it was just too much damage and I decided to leave once again. I came back a 3rd time and finished off the last 2, but I didn't include that in the video because it's not that interesting. But yeah, after that, that was the Skybreaker that I got to 12 kill marks, sorry, before I lost it. But yeah, there are some of the kill mails. It was a great fight, and I was really happy to see the maximum potential of this ship. Okay, next fight. I was sliding into a slicer, because as I showed in the intro, you have really good range, so even with kiters you can deal really well. But then I saw the slicer was pointed towards me, apparently with afterbonus speed, so I was a bit confused there. Until I realized, okay, he's actually just straight up a brawl slicer, which you don't see very often. But then I decided to just go into orbit 500, and here you can see the biggest lag I ever recorded. I clicked orbit 500, but my ship flew to 14 kilometers and then jumped back to 1 kilometer, and here it's happening again. 12 kilometer, 14, 16, and boom, I'm close to 8 kilometers again. Like, the ship really makes some huge jumps there, which was very confusing, because I was not getting like, what is happening right now, until I realized, oh shit, it's just terrible lag. And then the game finally like kinda stopped lagging, but I just noticed my armor dropping and my upper armor repair apparently not doing anything. And now finally the game stopped lagging after another lag jump. And now I'm pretty much fine, I can tank it now, but I lost like half of my hull, which was quite scary. I'm also still shooting long range ammo into this slicer, so I'm not doing too much damage. I definitely should have switched to Ultra Punch immediately. Because actually I forgot to mention in the intro, But this ship has, it works basically like missiles application-wise. You don't have to consider jacking, you always hit. But you have only a 5-second reload, just like hybrid turrets, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I'm now pretty comfortably tanking him. He's not hitting me because slicer jacking sucks. And I'm just slowly grinding through the rest of his tank. And I'm pretty confident I got this kill by now. But that lag spike at the beginning was really scary. But yeah, finally, he goes down. So GF, bye-bye slicer. Grabbing the loot, of course. And I should show you the kill mail in just a second. Oh yeah, and the game is lagging again. I already told it to approach the wreck, but it didn't take the order. But yeah, there's the kill. Bit of a weird fit with that double inertia stabilizers. I'm not sure about that. Oh wait, I just realized it was 10 event fit. Now. I rewatched that fight twice and I didn't realize it was 10 event fit. Okay, anyway. Next fight. I broke down this Stratios, and I just went in for tackle, and I was not sure what to expect, but here you can see the amazing power of killing drones this ship has. Like, before I even have his drones locked, they're already half dead. And yeah, what I also forgot to mention in the intro, oh my god, I forgot to mention a lot in the intro, I am using a jug on this ship. This is the very first time I'm using jugs, and to make this fit possible, you also need a 1% power grid implant. But the fit that is posted in the description has the power grid implant in the cargo hold. Yeah, so I just used the overclocker booster on this ship. I'm not sure if Power Lancer even works on it, to be honest, which would be nice for the extra DPS. But the overclocker is just really good because you get some extra speed, which just makes sure you always have the range control. And to be honest, on a 300 million frigate, it's worth it to spend like 7-8 million on the booster. This clip is now also sped up to double speed. You can see I'm just punching through his drones as soon as they launch. I don't even have to lock them technically, but it's fun to see them all die at once, you know? But yeah, I'm just grinding through his Stratios tank. He was quite a new player, and, well, actually he was not a new player, he was a returning player. So later I messaged him, sent him some ISK for a new ship, sent him a new fit for a Heron that can basically do the same as his Stratios, but for way cheaper. And he was really happy. He was not too sad about the ship loss, which made me happy because I hate, like, just stomping on newbies, you know? But, yeah, that was a great kill for the video, and it really showed how powerful the gun is to kill those drones. And there's the Comet. Some nice loot from it, to be honest. And next fight against a Tristan, which is another great example for the amazing drone killing power. I was not scared of the Tristan at all. I was expecting either kite or nude fit, and he was indeed nude fit, so I knew I could just outrange him, because with the dual web I have total range control, and I don't really need to worry about anything because his drones are just gonna die. You can see the amazing animation of the lightning weapon just jumping between all the targets, and not only hitting the Tristan but also his drones, and for stupid reason also the NPCs. But yeah, I'm not even in armor yet, and he only has one drone left. So yeah, I'm pretty good at this point. I'm just finishing off this last drone, and then I'm just focusing everything on the Tristan. He's gonna be able to tank me for like a little while, because he has an armor wrapper, and the Tristan is quite tanky. You get like 4,500 HP usually on the Tristan, plus the armor wrapper, which is really decent. If you compare that to the Angel, for example, where you get like 3,200 EHP plus an Ansel. The Tristan definitely has more tank, but obviously less DPS. And you can see at the range I'm at, his newts are not at all effective. He's neutralizing at a maximum like 2 or 3 gigajoules, which is not hurting me at all. While my T2 Nosferatu can also give me some extra cap if needed. And yeah, he's just heading to low hull now, and he's about to go down. So yeah, great fight, dude, and thank you for bringing the fight and not bringing in friends. I appreciate it. And there's the Comet. Pretty standard nude cap booster, Tristan. Okay, next fight against another slicer. This fight is also on double speed because it's not super interesting. This is what I had in mind when I fought that first slicer, a just standard beam kite slicer. But I wanted to show you guys how effective this ship is at pushing off kiters. It's really quite nice because you can punch on most things, because you can just shoot them at like 45 kilometers, and if they try to outrange you, they will not be in warp disruptor range unless you're fighting a Garmer. But yeah, basically don't fight a Garmer in this. If you don't, you're fine, and if you do, you're in a bad spot. But yeah, you can see I'm just really doing some good damage to the Slicer while I'm just manually piloting to give him the worst possible tracking. He realizes this in a second, switched this to better tracking ammo, and also improves his piloting to get some good hits in. But yeah, now he's just flying away because he doesn't know what to do. He's not hitting me, but I'm hitting him. So yeah, he's not really sure what to do. And here in just a second, he decides to get closer, which is not the right call. But I think he might have thought that I was shield fit, so he wanted to get into, like, secure the kill. But yeah, since I'm armor fit, I could still, like, really tank him for a long time. Now he's just pretty much flying straight at me, so I was trying to slingshot him here. And I did almost catch him with the webs, and in just a second you will see that I did manage to catch him, or he just messed up, I don't know. But as soon as he saw me armor wrapping, maybe I should have bait tanked a bit more, but I couldn't really. But as soon as he saw me armor wrapping and knew that he couldn't kill me in time because he was losing the DPS race, he unfortunately warped off. But yeah, next fight against Mape and his Rifter, great dude, and great fight as well. We're just sliding into the side at the same time, and once again here I just want to outrange him. I know that barrage on 200mm autocannons can hit out to 11 or 12 kilometers, but at the max fall-off he's like not doing a lot of damage, and this is even a better case scenario because he has only 125mm autocannons, which have even less range. So you see at like 10 kilometers he's basically doing no damage to me, and I'm just very comfortably tanking him. While he is taking slowly but surely some good armor damage. And yeah, once again I popped that overclocker booster just before sliding, and I feel like that overclocker booster really helped out a lot. And I do suggest that if you go for the Skybreaker, you do kind of go for a speedy build with the extra money invested into a blingy afterburner, because it's really worth it. Now you see in armor he's doing a little bit more damage to me. Naturally he's doing explosive damage because autocannons. But yeah, it's not that much damage, and I can just pretty much tank it. I'm like in half of my charges while he is below half his armor, so this is definitely a DPS race I am winning, especially because I still have that hull tank. And yeah, now I'm pretty much just fine. Maybe I should have gone in for an Orbit 500 at this point, just to make sure I keep tackle. But the T2 Scram also gives me quite good holding potential. And yeah, I'm now just heating it just to make sure I get the kill. And now that was a bit scary, there was a Daredevil outside already. I would have loved to fight the Daredevil, but I had to run and I had too much lead damage and no answer charges left, so I just decided to leave. And later on I did not get a chance to fight the Daredevil again, sadly. But yeah, there's the Rifter kill, and on to the next fight. This next fight was an organized 1v1 against my friend Farkan. I had messaged him because I wanted to fight a Comet, and he was like, yeah, I have a Comet, let's do it, let's fight. And this is really interesting. This Skybreaker is extremely good at dealing with Comets. I did not expect that, but I suspected it. That's also why I asked Farkan for that fight. See, I'm just quickly zooming into the ship to check if he's blaster fit. He is indeed, so it's just a question of putting range. But the nice thing is, because I have about the same speed as the Comet, but dual web, which most Comets don't have, I can even control the overdrive rail Comet and just get close to it and get under the guns. So against rail or blaster Comets, this ship is really effective, which is nice to have an alternative that is not the hook build to counter Comets, you know? And yeah, I'm just slowly getting through his armor. Obviously, I'm not gonna kill him fast, because he has T2 hull rigs and a good armor wrapper with charges. But yeah, you see his strengths are already dead, and he's basically unable to deal any damage to me. Because even if he switches to null, he's not gonna hit me very well at like 8 kilometers, and he hasn't touched my tank at all. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I can win this DPS race. You see now he has switched to null. He's shooting me with the guns, but it's not doing that much damage. Like 40 at maximum is not really concerning to me. And in the meantime, he's just slowly bleeding some hull, more and more. And yeah, I can just keep the orbit going and slowly grind through that hull tank. Now you can see his armor repair rate is already way down, which tells me that he is out of nanites and he's now just running the empty Ansel. But I'm also hoping that he will run out of cap at some point, and then it's just getting through the last bit of hull tank. yeah, he's already below half health and dying rather quickly. And yeah, it's not even close. My shields are not even in half, and he's not touching my armor yet. And now you can see I'm just switching to Orbit 500. He launches drones again, but again, those drones are just dying immediately. And I just went in close at the end there to secure the kill. And yeah, there it is. So GF, bye-bye Comet, and thanks for the fight, dude. Oh yeah, he was also running an MWD on the fit, which is not perfect. But it's honestly it doesn't really matter, because even with Afterburner I can just completely control him. This next fight is really interesting. Once again, a great dude who offered me a fight, because I have to say, I had a hard time fighting fights in this, because many people don't know what it is, so they just run from it as soon as they see it, which is quite unfortunate, because it's really not that good, and many of the people I wanted to fight that ran from me would have had a good chance at killing me, but they just didn't try. So if you see this, guys, take the fight. You didn't have much to lose. It's a 300 million frigate. If you lose like 5 million trying to kill a 300 million frigate, that's definitely worth it. And if you ask me nicely, I'll probably even replace the ship, you know? But yeah, maybe I should talk some about my flying here. You can see I'm taking a lot of damage here. But then I realize, oh yeah, wait, it's a Breacher. Breacher doesn't have a range bonus, and I have 12 kilometers range. So I'm just starting to fly away from him in a straight line. And I drop my webs every now and then, or I even deactivate my Afterburner. And he just keeps chasing me. And whenever he gets close, I can just scram him and web him again. And then if I risk getting out of range, I can just stop shooting. Sorry, not stop shooting, stop webbing him. And allow him to get close again. And like that I can just keep him at my perfect range, fully control him, and he will never be able to hit me. This is also due to how missiles work. Missiles have a maximum flight time that they can sustain. So if I fly away in a straight line, the missiles have to fly even further than just the distance between our two ships. They also have to fly the distance that I travel. So that's a really nice method. You see I'm taking a lot of damage here because I was making a big mistake. I was trying to align out because of the cursor that came in, and I didn't realize that I would fly straight into him, really maximizing his DPS. But it was fine in the end, and I managed to take him down. And yeah, it was a really close fight, but I could have tanked like 2 or 3 more volleys from him. But I was happy to be aligned out, because I really didn't want that cursor to get in range and just pop us both, you know. But yeah, that was a great fight. And I had a lot of fun flying this ship, even though it was sometimes a bit rough to find fights. But yeah, I can't wait to fly the next one. And yeah, not much more to say. Remember to put your in-game name in the comment. And oh yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with sending your in-game name in a YouTube comment, you can also just send an in-game mail to Tian Zaharin, my main character, not to Frigates on Fire, the character, because there I'm not really answering very often, but to Tian Zaharin. And like that you can also enter into the giveaway. And yeah, that's all the talking. So yeah, have a good day, have fun, and see you maybe in the next video. Bye bye!